one of only 2 supports that Vanda's actually played this split as well, that and Tom Kench. So with Tom Kench off the cards, you have to think the Braum is the likely lock-in for Schalke.
Wow.
Whoa!
Anivia into Zoe. Now, fortunately, I've been playing a lot of Anivia recently.
We're going to talk a lot about this when we get into the game.
Yeah, because this is quite an interesting matchup. Definitely not a conventional counter, I will say, but we'll explore it. And now we see the bottom lane lock-in for Schalke. This is very much what we were talking about earlier on. Kind of what we expected, very safe, offers a lot of disengage against the draft of H2K.
So you've got your AD carry left here for Sheriff. What are we looking at? Xayah, Caitlyn, Varus still all available. Cogmore as well.
I think that would be so dangerous to run against a champion like Camille. I feel like having a little bit of extra CC follow-up from the engage from H2K would make more sense. I really like the Varus in this draft. I think it gives you a little bit more all-in power. And instead, they're going for the Cogmore. They're just going to invest in damage. I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of it. I think there's a lot of risk associated. Camille can very easily lock you down. You don't have many dashes or escapes. In the event that a sleep hits you, you're relying on the rest of your team to body block. But we'll see how things pan out. Sheriff, a young player, hasn't really had a proper opportunity to shine aside from that one Fnatic game that they were able to secure that win on. Now being put on this hyper carry, we'll see how he holds his own.
An upset again on the Tristana. Saw him play it well in the early game yesterday. Heard Freeze saying perhaps his late game decision-making, his positioning in teamfights wasn't quite as strong. There is a battle between these 2 AD carries, 2 of our rookies coming into the split. And there's a battle between these 2 teams as well, because Schalke need to solidify themselves as a top-of-the-pack lineup, whereas H2K just need to find a win from anywhere. Maybe this is the start of it. Yesterday we saw Kadril sub into that jungle position. Didn't have the best of starts, but maybe today is H2K's day.
What we will be finding out, and we got to talk about this mid lane matchup too, Medic. Another answer coming out to the Zoe.
Difficult decisions in his jungle. Judge going to trade onto Smitty J in the top lane. There's the Grand Challenge as well, trying to pop some balloons. And Smitty J continues the pressure. Here comes Pride up as well. There's the Hexagon and Matum. Smitty J low, using the stopwatch, the TP in from Vanda. Just needs a little bit more for that stun. Connects across the wall, concussive blows as well with a second. Chachi jumps in. Here's Kadril, can he delay it? Sleepy Trouble Bubble comes in, and that's the burst. Red buff stolen away by Kadril, though, means that he's now even with levels on with Pride. Chachi's going to jump across. Kadril does get it. Here is Anivia as well, Selfie. Gonna slow up Chachi. There is the Goop coming out as well, the Cell Division, and Selfie really can't do too much here. Smitty J has teleported in, the Glacial Prison's going to connect onto him, and Chachi gets one. Sleepy Trouble Bubble as well for the Drowsy. Smitty J dodges it out. Can he make a play against Chachi? He cannot. It's a double for Schalke.
And it all ends in disaster for H2K. He just wanted a red buff, Medic. Kadril, he thought...
Deal with the pressure in this top lane.
On a Selfie, he has no flash.
Right, straight on towards Selfie. Here's the TP in as well. Now towards the bottom side, Selfie's put in towards the egg, and this should be an easy enough secure for Schalke. The paddle start comes out. Mute Duck gets himself a Selfie.
It's the risk you run playing Anivia, no mobility spells. Pride very easily able to get the collapse, and they secure another kill for Schalke. Now their eyes will be set on this mid lane tower. Upset already making his way over. Rely on the pressure from the rest of the team, but now Promised You may be caught out.
Looking for the Unbreakable Will here. Stunned up, does pop it, still stunned. Here's Sheriff from the side, has the Runaans and the Ginsu, so can put out a lot of damage if he's allowed to freely auto-attack.
Oh.
Selfie just got egged. Kadril trying to stop it, but that egg is dead. Eventually, Vanda takes him out. 5-0 in favor of Schalke.
Secures that one up. Selfie did have flash, so I think it was safe for Vanda. Now he's trapped.
Puts up the Unbreakable and should be okay. But we can see that Sheriff does put down a lot of damage if he's allowed the time and space in a team fight. And H2K still searching for anything in this game. They've got 2 towers, good trading from them early on, but since then have not been able to secure fun and couldn't think of one.
Look at the bottom lane, skirmishing again.
Smitty J trading in here with a Grand Challenge. Chachi puts down the Hexagon Ultimatum, and Pride is on his way. He's going to jump across the wall. The healing on Smitty J is big, but the stun lock is going to come out. There's the teleport as well. Smitty J trying to escape until his team can join him, and Selfie's here to try and do something. The stun on Pride, the Seraphs as well. Chachi jumps in, but Smitty J is down, and now it's up to Selfie to try and 2v1. Upset's killed Kadril on the other side of the map. Selfie looking at Chachi. Is it the first one? No! No! H2K cannot get a kill for love nor money.
0 of the kills in favor of Schalke right now. Chachi and Pride win out on the 2 versus 2. They want to take the Baron, but their jungler isn't there. They're going to start it anyway. Schalke looking dominant against H2K.
Not really sure H2K can stop them from doing the Baron at the moment. And this is the Schalke we wanted to see. This is the development. It's coming to fruition. First few weeks perhaps not as strong as they could have been. Yesterday against G2, a couple of mistakes in the late game, a couple of outplays from Perks as well, really turned it around. But today against H2K, they've been patient, they've been safe. They have a 6,000 gold lead. They're about to get a Baron 25 minutes in with triple dragons on their side as well. And Schalke are in a very pretty spot.
So let's see how Upset was able to avoid death. Engage comes in from Kadril. He tries to flash over the burst from Zoe and ends up just flashing into tower range. And the nuke kind of went off. Now we get to see the trade down in the bottom lane. SmittyJ going back to base. Vizichachi spots him out, immediately goes all in. Knows that Pride is on his way. This is why he's confident to take this 1 versus 1. SmittyJ can't really do much in this situation other than get the passive out and regain some of his HP. And you can see he's actually starting to win out. But Chachi's just dancing around the back end of the fight, relying on the CC from Pride. The moment that Selfie joins the fray, you think, oh, okay, maybe they've got enough CC to turn it around, but they don't. And now we see another fight in the bottom lane. SmittyJ, you're not getting the 1v1 you want.
But can he get a kill? He looks for Chachi. He can't quite secure it. 9-0 for Schalke now. They are trying to collapse through that middle lane.
TP is up for Chachi. Look, he's using it mid.
Here we go. Promiscue overextended. Maybe Cable's going to jump in. Chachi has the flank here. They got one. They get the kill, and H2K get their first kill of the game. A round of applause for them. But now Upset's just going to open up on this Tristana. That's Cable pops the stopwatch. Promiscue got out as well. Nuke jumping in from the side. Sleepy Trouble bubbles abound. As Schalke are going to clean up crew this fight. Selfie goes into the egg. This is going to be gifted to Upset as he secures the fight. It's Nuke who gets it. It looks like it is actually an 8
for them. It ended up with the loss of a lot.
That it did, but yes.
They still have their inhibitors though, so
yeah,
right side.
I was wondering if I said that, because it doesn't seem like they're going to have them for too much longer. SmittyJ is going to die. To Chachi, who is dominating, and Schalke 14-1 up, can now push for those inhibitors. Again, maybe want to look down towards that Inferno Drake. Here's the wave down towards the bottom side. Glacial Storm was used. There's a Flash Frost as well with the Crystallized Wall coming out, but that tower is falling. Promiscue jumps in. Glacial Fish off towards the backside. Promiscue gets absolutely chunked, and SmittyJ can't really do too much on this backline either. He's knocked away with the Buster Shot. Upset flashes for the kill. He's unstoppable, as are Schalke as they look to close out this game. The first Nexus Tower is going to fall. The second will join it shortly after, and they don't have the fastest game of the split, but they've got a darn fast one to boot. Schalke take it over H2K.
Clean game from H2K, from Schalke 04 rather. H2K were able to secure themselves at least 1 kill down onto Vander, but aside from that, they could do very little. Expectations were that Kadril would be a more aggressive changer, that the introduction of Selfie would hopefully bring about a change. And what we've seen so far is that if you pick a lot of losing lanes, you end up losing too much in the early game, and Kadril just doesn't have the experience to know how to handle that kind of a situation.
And a lot of that was on Pride, a lot of that was on Schalke, having those pushing lanes. Pride did a great job pushing into the jungle, stealing away camps. It's a lot more of what we wanted to see from him. Schalke as a whole just seemed to be slowly growing as a team, maybe into a quarterfinal, semifinals contender.
It's difficult to tell from this game.